Welcome to BioWorld. Today we will see chapter 9, Heredity and Evolution. You must have heard, you have eyes like your father and nose like your mother, all sorts of comments. Many external features and even some of our mannerism, a good portion of it comes from our parents. Not only human, all the organisms exist on our earth possess characteristics like their parents. How does this happen? We will get the answer of this question from our chapter Heredity and Evolution. We have already learned that new organisms are formed from the parents either by cell division, that in the case of asexual reproduction, or by the fusion of sex cells or gametes in sexual reproduction. Now the question is that where in the cell these informations are stored? It is in the genes. A gene is a basic unit of heredity which contains information for a particular character. All the cells contain many thread-like structures called chromosome in the nucleus. Look here, in this cell you can see the nucleus here. Inside the nucleus you can see many thread-like structures. These thread-like structures are called chromosome. In a human being, each cell contains 23 pairs of such chromosomes. Chromosome is made up of DNA. What is the full form of DNA? Deoxyribonucleic acid. It is a double helical structure. Here in this picture you can see it is marked as gene 1 and gene 2. What is a gene? Gene is a segment of DNA. So gene 1 from this part of this DNA to this part of DNA is marked as gene 1. So we can say genes are the reason why we look so much like our parents. Gregor Mendel was the first scientist to make the systematic study of inheritance, which involved the transfer of characteristics from parents to the offspring. He was educated in a monastery. After his education, he started going to pea garden in the monastery itself. During his regular visit to the pea garden, he observed various differences in the pea plant. Which are the differences? Like the height of the pea plant were different, some of them were tall and some of them were dwarf, and there were also differences between the flower color. Some of them were purple and some of them were white. There was also differences in the shape of the seeds. Some of them were round and yellow and some are wrinkled and green. He was very much amazed after seeing these differences in the plants of the same variety of pea plant, and then he applied his knowledge of science and mathematics and found out why this happens. Gregor Mendel observed very closely 7 different characteristics of pea plants. That characteristics are flower color, seed color, pod shape, flower position, plant height, pod color and seed shape. Now we know that each character is controlled by a gene pair. Here the Mendel named this gene as factors. He never knew the name of gene. He called as factors. So according to Gregor Mendel, the factor for flower color is located at the anterior end of chromosome number 1, and the factor for seed color is located at the posterior end of chromosome 1, and the factor for pod shape is located at the anterior end of chromosome 4, and just below that we can see the factor for plant height, and the factor for flower position is located at the posterior end of chromosome number 4, and the factor for pod color is located at the anterior end of chromosome number 5 and factor for seed shape is located at the anterior end of chromosome number 7. Even in the case of human being, the gene for a particular character is located at the particular position of a chromosome. Now let us see which are the important terms in this chapter regarding genetics, heredity and inheritance. Now let us see what is a genotype and what is a phenotype. In this picture you can see a tall plant and a dwarf plant. What do you mean by phenotype? The characteristic or traits which is visible in an organism, which is visible to our naked eye, is called as phenotype. What is the phenotype of the first plant? Phenotype is tallness. We know that it is a tall plant, so the phenotype is tallness. And in the case of second plant, what is the external appearance? It is a short plant or it is a dwarf plant. So dwarfism is the phenotype of the second plant. Then what is a genotype? What is the genetic content that we cannot see with our naked eye? So that the first plant, that is tall plant, we can denote as capital T and capital T. This capital T and capital T are letters. We are using letters to denote the genotype. In other words, we can say that phenotype of an organism. What is phenotype? It is the physical appearance of an organism is determined by the genotype. The genotype only determines what is the phenotype of a particular plant or an organism. For example, tallness is the phenotype of a plant. This phenotype we can see with our naked eye. But if a plant is tall, we cannot say that that plant is capital T or capital T or small t. Why? That is the genotype of a plant that we cannot see with our naked eye. That we can only prove with some experiment. What is the genotype of that particular plant? If a plant is tall, that plant has the genotype either capital T or capital T and small t. If one capital letter is present or one dominant allele is present, that plant is able to show the characteristic tallness. But the phenotype of a small plant is dwarfism or dwarf plant. That is the phenotype. We can see with our naked eye that a plant is tall or short or tall or dwarf. So dwarfism is the phenotype. What is the genotype of a dwarf plant? That is small t and small t. These small t are called recessive alleles. A recessive allele can show that particular characteristic when the gene or that allele is in pair or same allele are present, then only a recessive character can show that particular character. That means a dwarf plant has the genotype small t and small t. Now let us see many terms in this chapter. First of all, heredity. The heredity is the transfer of different characteristics from parents to offspring. In this photograph, you can see many similar features in the family members. Next important term is gene. Gene is the basic unit of heredity which contains information for a particular character. Gene is the small segment of DNA. Here you can see gene 1 and gene 2. Next term is progeny. Progeny is the offspring or young one of an organism. Now let us see what is the difference between a dominant trait and a recessive trait. Dominant gene decides the appearance of a trait in an organism even in the presence of other alternative gene. Tallness is seen even though there is one dominant gene, that is capital T and small t, or capital T and capital T. In both the cases, plant would be tall. What is recessive character? Recessive gene decides the appearance of a trait in an organism only in the presence of another identical gene, that is small t shows dwarfism. In this picture you can see 7 dominant and recessive characters seen in Pisum sativum or pea plant. In the case of seed shape, the round shape is the dominant character and wrinkled shape is the recessive character. In the case of seed color, yellow color is dominant character and green color is the recessive character. In the case of pod shape, inflated shape is the dominant character and constricted shape is the recessive character. In the case of pod color, green color is the dominant character and yellow color is the recessive character. In the case of flower color, purple color is the dominant character and white flower color is the recessive character. In the case of flower position, axial position of the flower is the dominant character and terminal position of the flower is the recessive character. In the case of plant size, tallness is dominant character and dwarfness is the recessive character. Now let us see what is the difference between P generation, F1 generation and F2 generation. When two genetically different mature plants breeds and cross together to produce the progeny or offspring, that generation of genetically different parents are called parental generation or P generation. The progeny produced by the parental generation is called F1 generation or first filial generation. What is the second filial generation? When the first generation progeny cross or breed among themselves, they produce second generation progeny. They are called second filial generation or F2 generation. What is the difference between homozygous condition and heterozygous condition? An individual inherits identical form of a particular gene from each parent. Such individuals are called homozygous individuals. For example, look at this picture. Here the pure tall plant, that is they have the genotype capital T capital T. That plant is in homozygous condition because they have both similar allele. In the second parent, that is a pure dwarf plant. That pure dwarf plant has two allele, that is small t small t. These parents produce gametes like capital T in the first parent and the second parent small t. When these gametes fuse together to form the next generation, all the plants are tall plants. Phenotypically all are tall, but the genotype of the F1 generation is capital T and small t. The capital T, the first allele, F1 progeny receives that allele from the first parent and small t, that allele from the second parent. Here in F1 generation, all the organisms are in heterozygous condition. What do you mean by heterozygous condition? An individual inherits different forms of a particular gene from each parent. That's all for today. In the next video, we will see the experiment conducted by Gregor Mendel in pea plant.